within the DMS headed by our duty commissioners of the subdivisions. First of all, I'd like to welcome all of you and then thank all of you for sparing your valuable time to be a part of this exercise, which is the tabletop exercise, a precursor to the NAPEX, which is going to be held tomorrow. So, thank you so much. So, to start with the program, I would like to now invite our Honorable Respected Home Commissioner, Sri Abhijit Sinha IAS, to give the opening remarks.
SGM for giving the opportunity to give the opening remarks to this 8th edition of NAPEX, which is in the under Incheon, Chief Secretary and Chairman State Executive Committee NSDMA. Major General Secretary Sudeep Bal, Lead Consultant ME and IRS NDMA. Major General H.S. Mavid IGR, and shortly we may be having Director General of Police, Shri Riten Sharma also with us. Senior officials from various departments and agencies, representative ground forces, CAPFs, Home Guard, Civil Defence, and members of the district administration who are joining us to the DC. First, very warm good morning to all of you. As you are all aware, and more so in the government setup, that the Home Department, one of the foremost responsibilities of it is to ensure public safety and maintain effective coordination during emergencies. And that remains one of our foremost responsibilities among many others. And in today's rapidly changing risk environment, spurred by climate change and so many other unpredictable disaster events that we keep noticing and which happens in our country also and across the globe also. Preparedness is not only having plans in place, but also ensuring that when something strikes, all our institutions and departments can work together jointly, because every department we know has some expertise and some, say, resources with it, which it can manage any disaster to a certain extent. But that synergy among the departments, that is the most critical thing in handling whenever a big disaster strikes. So this NAPEX tabletop exercise we will be commencing today is one of those exercises. It basically is designed to strengthen the institutional response and also to create that very important synergy that is so crucial in ensuring that we together handle any disaster effectively and swiftly. Further, this tabletop exercise which we are going to have it today is also an opportunity for departments and response agencies to review procedures and clarify the command and control arrangements, which is very critical actually. When some disaster strikes, like we all know in our own way what we should be doing, but then sometimes we keep waiting for some command coming from somewhere to spur us into doing that. So this tabletop exercise where we have a system of like information being passed and also some commands being given, so that clarity which should be there when anything happens, that we also go through it and ensure we understand what command should be coming from where and what we should be doing at that particular point of time. As we all know, disaster and emergency situations often demand very quick decisions and clear communication and coordinated action. So this tabletop exercise will help us in understanding our roles and how efficiently we share information. I would like to particularly acknowledge the efforts of NSDMA, which has been carrying out this NAPEX exercise for some time now. I think this is the 8th edition. Last year, I think because of some reason we couldn't do, but we're happy like we could do this year. And every time we have done this, we have got very very good encouraging response from all departments, both from the state and the center. So we expect this time also. And the objective of what we are planning to do is basically in a nutshell, like I just like to share with you, basically to test our systems and also to strengthen coordination and also identify gaps. Because we may be having a lot of resources, but some critical gaps which we could be there, but often it's very difficult to understand unless you go through some rigor and some mock exercise to understand where your gap is actually existing. Then only we will be able to find it out and take corrective measures. And this NEPIC also broadens and deepens this whole of government and whole of society in action approach also, which is so critical when a big disaster strikes. So as my former speaker said that preparedness is not built during disasters. It is built before disasters. And when a disaster finally strikes, so there is no time to prepare, you have to act. So the preparation can happen only during the time when you have, you can do, that is, when you have something like, you don't have a disaster. And as we begin this exercise, I urge all participants to approach it with some seriousness and discipline also. And because the more serious you are and the more disciplined approach you have in this mock exercise, you bring it closer to the actual scenario when a disaster strikes. So that we are expecting from everyone, all the departments and agencies who have come forward to be a part of this. Let us approach this in a very serious manner. And also, like, one important thing, this is not like, since it's mock exercise, it's not about demonstrating perfection. It is actually about discovering what needs to be strengthened, because no system is ever going to be perfect. We can only try to get as close to it possible. But this time, when we have this mock exercise, basically, we should try finding out what needs to be strengthened. The gaps and strengthening should always be in your mind when you are carrying out this. So, in the end, I encourage all participants to take full advantage of this exercise, to review operational procedures and identify areas for improvement. And with these remarks, I extend my best wishes for the successful conduct of this 8th edition of NEPICS 2006 in our state. And I really look forward to the constructive outcomes that I'm sure will emerge from this very important initiative. So thank you everyone, and again I thank NSDMA also for, by dint of my position also, I become a part, but then the way it is organized, it's always a good learning experience, and I look forward to, getting enriched by this particular edition of NEPICS also. And so I expect all of you also to enjoy, and but with seriousness, of course, and you also go back enrich, not only for yourself, but carry back something for your department and agency also, so that whether, if at all, unfortunately, any disaster strikes any time, we all fall back on whatever learnings we have had in this, all these exercises that we have carried out over the years, and we are always in a better position, to handle the disaster. Thank you.
It is always said that a smile costs nothing. So with a smile, but when it costs nothing, people tend to take it a little easy. So with a smile, we would like to make some acknowledgement to our visiting dignitaries. So I'd like to give thanks to our assistant manager, training.
Thank you, sir, for the time. A very good morning to you all. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome you all to this NEPICS 2026 8th edition. We once again happy to have Major General Retired Sudhir Pal, lead consultant, mock exercise and IRS from NDMA, and who is also will be our lead coordinator for this NEPICS. So we want to acknowledge his unwavering commitment and service through a small memento from NSDMA. So may I request him to stand, and for which I request our Chief Secretary, Sri Saraswati Younger, to give the order of doing the presenting the acknowledgement. Yes, please come. Thank you. We would also like to honor the presence of our heads of our state, and it is only befitting that we take a moment to express our appreciation. So I request our Chief Secretary, Sri Santi Yangarinjan, IAS from Nagaland, to receive a bouquet and our memento, please. Sir Abhijit Sinha, IAS Principal Secretary and Home Commissioner, also to receive a memento from us. Now I would like to take this time and acknowledge our guests and dignitaries on the dais. It is an honor to present Major General H. S. Mavi, Inspector General Assam Rifle North. We would like to give you one memento, so please receive it. Thank you. If Shri Jasper Singh, IPS, Inspector General of Police, range here. Is it? Okay, then it is also befitting to give our memento to our secretary also, Sir Senti Wapang Iyer. So I request him to stand and receive a bouquet and a memento as well. He has been our support all throughout, so we want to acknowledge him. And at this time, I would like to acknowledge our observers, the state level observers for NAPEX 2026, for which I request our Chief Observer, Commandant Virender Verma from NDRF to receive a memento. Then I request Commandant L. Nongdam Maite, State Observer from CISF. May I request Medical Commandant, that is Dr. Atul G. Bandi Pachu, State Observer from NDRF. Then I request Deputy Commandant A. Boboi Singh, State Observer, NDRF. We have from Central Seismology Observatory as State Observer. I request Dr. A.C. Langjoy, Scientist, to stand and receive a memento from us. Okay, he has not reached yet. Okay. Then we have Captain Anushree B. Nayak, Medical Officer from Jakama. She said that she's a little stuck in a traffic jam, so if she... Okay, then we will do the honor later on. So, yeah, so that's all from us, and we were not able to acknowledge all of you through a memento, but we truly appreciate your time and your active participation here. So that's all from my side, and thank you once again.
We're deeply indebted to Inizime. We may not be able to give to everyone, but we have our hearts with you. And then not only those who are present here, but also all the DJMAs and officials in the districts. So now I'd like to invite our Major General Surya Bal, the lead consultant, mock exercise in IRS in BMA. He needs no introduction. He has been here even before also. So I'll give him, in fact, the opportunity to introduce himself and then praise us more about what he is actually doing and what he is doing. Thank you.
Very good morning to everyone, and Jai Hind. Chief Secretary Saab, Principal Secretary and Home Commissioner, Secretary NDMA, and of course my very old friend and colleague General H.S. Mavi, who will be very kind to come here today on my special request to cement the synergy that we have between the state government of Nagaland and the Indian Armed Forces. I'm here again once more to, in my state as I call it, Nagaland, to again help us improve our preparedness and capability to respond to a major disaster, God forbid if it strikes. This year we are doing a completely revamped tabletop and mock exercise, which is based on a actual scenario which has been vetted by seismologists and which can happen in case an earthquake does strike our state. And we've also modeled the casualties and the damage that may take place in such a scenario. And based on this model, which I shared with you during the coordinating conference, which took place about a week back, we are going to be responding to it in terms of our preparedness and what we need to do to manage the event successfully. So after the coordinating conference, which I hope you all had a chance to look at the presentation in case you were not able to attend, wherein we coordinated and decided how this mock exercise will be conducted. Today we have the tabletop exercise. I will not speak much because I will be conducting the tabletop exercise and there I will be speaking a lot. But primarily, as the Home Commissioner mentioned, and also the Secretary before him, it is for preparedness. It is to synergize the functioning between the large number of departments which have to put their shoulders together in case there is a major disaster. It is not just the NSDMA's responsibility to take care of major disasters. So the whole of the government approach is mentioned. That is what we are trying to actualize through all of you getting to know about what is your role, how does it fit into the overall scheme of things, and what do we need to do better, or if there are gaps in our coordination, in our procedures, in our systems. Thereafter, tomorrow we will be conducting a mock exercise. Please remember, this mock exercise is scaled down version. So while all districts will be participating, but we will be activating only 5 or 6 sites in each district. So don't go away with the impression, I pray to God our state is safe, we don't have an earthquake, but in case there is an earthquake, that the damage would be something like this. It would be across the district, across the state. So only 5 or 6 sites will be activated. And the primary reason is administratively it is not possible to simulate a full-scale disaster. It will put the entire life to a standstill. And there again, with these 5 or 6 different types of sites we have selected, we will be trying to validate whatever we have discussed today in terms of actual response. So I'll finish at that. I wish you all good deliberations, and I know the NSDMA and all the departments have worked hard in the run-up, and I'm sure we'll have a good learning exercise, an exercise which will help us improve our preparedness. Thank you, and Jai Hind.
Now I would like to request our Respected Chief Secretary, who is also the Chairman of the State Executive Council Committee of the NSDMA, to take his time stand.
This is, I think, the 8th edition of the PEX. And today, we are having the tabletop exercise. I will just shortly highlight a few issues, points of what we seek to achieve, what the NIPEX exercise entails, and what we hope to achieve. The following are the core objectives. Firstly, to assess the preparedness of the stakeholders, and also to test and validate the standard operating procedures, then to strengthen the inter-agency coordinations across departments, to evaluate the functioning of critical systems. And identify gaps and the challenges. And of course, we also build community preparedness and awareness. Tomorrow we would be simulating an earthquake of the magnitude of 7 on the Richter scale. Such an earthquake would generally result, not generally result, it will result in damages to structures such as buildings. Critical infrastructure would be disrupted. There would be a breakdown in the communication systems. Health systems, the hospitals would be overwhelmed. And of course, as mentioned by the previous speakers, earthquakes would trigger secondary incidents such as landslides, fires. Tomorrow's exercise would bring different departments together, including the various agencies, the security forces, the paramilitary forces, the district administration, the doctors, nurses, healthcare providers, urban local bodies, and in the Nagaland context, probably the village councils. And of course, the various NGOs and the churches. So tomorrow's exercise is going to test how prepared we are. As I said, tomorrow is going to be the 8th edition. And so over the years, we have built up a system. We have tested, and with each exercise we have also learned. Because our preparedness is not set in stone. It is dynamic, and it is supposed to evolve. Here, I would like to just share one thought. After the exercise held in the year 2004, we got the feedback from all the districts. And there was a review. And here I would like to ask all the DCs and the DDMAs and also the departments to pay particular attention. You see, the exercise that we do, it's not about how well you do. In the feedback we received, some of the feedback went like this. Everyone went off very well. Everything good. But what we appreciated while reviewing the feedback was there were some districts who were frank enough to state that, okay, this was the problem. We have gaps here. And tomorrow's exercise, I think, we are not having a test. There's no pass mark. What we want to see is whether the system works, and within the system or the SOP, what are the gaps? These gaps should be identified so that we can prepare ourselves better. So that is one point that I would really like to put across to everyone, so that we build a system which takes care of everything to the extent possible. No system on earth can be perfect, but we should try to be as near to perfect as possible. The other thing, I was just sharing with General Sudhir some minutes back. All these years, I think we have just been simulating earthquakes. No doubt, an earthquake in the Nagaland context will impact the whole state. But I suppose in the future, in the years to come, we should also move beyond earthquakes. But then, what if only gave me an idea? An earthquake is the mother of all disasters, that is what he said. An earthquake would mean, in the case of, say, Bokar, the Toyang Dam burst, so you have huge floods downstream. Some districts will be cut off. Then maybe there will be total blackout, fires. So next year, I think we should try to simulate different scenarios. Because I think earthquakes alone are not going to be the disaster in Nagaland. Maybe there are other disasters. Of course, not of a magnitude when an earthquake of, say, 7.7 magnitude hits Nagaland. But there would be other scenarios, other disasters, and we should equally be prepared for such exercises, such eventuality. So, basically, this exercise that we have every year, it is an opportunity to identify gaps, improve systems, and then strengthen capacities across the board. So, today what I would like to share and request all the stakeholders is that we should take these exercises not as a duty, that we are supposed to do this as part of our job profile, but let us carry out this exercise in all seriousness, try to simulate real life situations, and then learn from it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for a wonderful insight, as well as the points that he has made regarding the honesty in the response, in the feedbacks. This is actually very important because this is not a textbook exercise that we're doing, but actual simulation. So unless and until we identify gaps, we will not be able to make corrective measures. So this is very important, especially for all the districts who will be doing this exercise, so that we improve on in the years to come. Thank you, sir. Again, it is not always that we have our distinguished guest, our Major General, the IGR, HS Mavi with us. So I would like to request, if you are kind enough to take some time, sir.
Chief Secretary, Chief Satyendra Rao, thank you for springing a surprise. Notwithstanding, whether it is fortune or luck or whatever, in my previous appointment before I came as the IGR, I held a charter which was responsible for out of the country disaster relief. And as the Chief Secretary brought out, Nagaland has been rehearsing earthquake after earthquake after earthquake. God is kind, it's not happened here, but it did happen in a neighboring country. And our country responded, and it responded well. I'm sure the NDMA was the lead agency while that happened, and therefore a lot of lessons were drawn from there. I was the lead from the Indian Army side, wherein all the support for that particular earthquake was provided, in which a hospital had moved and an engineer element had moved. And therefore, it gave me a chance to understand what it entails when an earthquake strikes. And I totally agree with the Chief Secretary and General Behl when they said that this is the mother of all disasters. Let me assure you, if God forbid such a thing happens, it does not just bring down, does not simply cause casualties. It totally brings down the complete infrastructure on which we all rely on a day-to-day basis to survive, and we take it for granted that this is available to us at any time. Be rest assured, and we saw it firsthand in Myanmar. Everything collapsed. The bridges collapsed, the roads collapsed, the buildings collapsed, the hospitals collapsed, the religious structures collapsed, and everything went down on whatever you think of, not you rely on either to fall back on when things are not right, or you rely on to move from place A to place B. And therefore, the local response becomes critical, and responses from the others, that is agencies which are there, become even more important, who can immediately reach. The good part of disasters, as sad as they may be, is that humanity unites. That's one thing which I saw. Humanity unites. The whole world comes together during disasters. And that is the only good part which I saw of the disaster, that everybody pitches in to make sure that we recover at the earliest. What the most important thing which I learned over there is, of course, as has been brought up, do we know what we actually want to do? And that's what this mock exercise will tell you. All I want to say is, please take it seriously. The rest, let me assure you, it will really come in handy. If you understand what you need to do and who needs to do what at every level, be rest assured, even the smallest of functionaries at the district, police, hospital, you name it, will have to pitch in to overcome this. There will be people who will not be able to respond, and then there will be people who will be in a position to respond, and they may not have any government charter as such, but they also need to come together to be able to respond and overcome such a tragedy if it ever happens. Where do we come in? Sand Rifle, Indian Army, that the security forces who are donning the uniform. All I can assure all of you is that we will be there. We will not be called upon at that point in time. We will respond without being told to. And we will ensure that the disaster response is immediate, and we will be the first responder to any such thing which happens. One last parting call. Our responses in disasters are normally focused on urban areas because most of the damage happens in urban areas and most of the population resides in urban areas. Let me tell you, the most losses and the people who suffer the most are the ones who are in rural areas, because they are not geared up. Neither are the houses nor are their infrastructure geared up to handle such a disaster. Therefore, as much as we look at the response in urban areas, I think during the exercise, please give it a thought. How would you respond in rural areas? And that's been my experience from our response when we went to Myanmar as an Indian Army veteran. All the best for the exercise, and I'm sure it will be a great learning experience for all. Thank you so much.
Why not this formal inaugural session? I would like to once again thank all of you, and so particularly so our secretary for sparing his time to be present here today, as well as giving so many advisors during the times when we needed their assistance and then guiding us. I would like to thank our Major General retired. So thank you so much for being here personally, and then not only today, but even before I would have had the BCs and then the lower guidance from you to go on with this level block as well as the models and ethics. And then of course our team led by Johnny, Dr. Johnny, and then his team. Thank you so much. As we progress, let's hope that we do better in the future. So with this, we close the end of this session. Thank you.